Hi, hello. So the clips that you're about to see after this one are from about 4 months ago. I filmed them on the 21st of April 2022. I remember it very distinctly. I woke up very early in the morning so that I will be able to shoot them. And although my thoughts about friendship might change slightly right now, but I really wanted to capture the moment just as it is. And I really think that the topic of friendships is a very underrated topic that doesn't have or take as much attention as like romantic relationships or family or whatsoever. And I really wanted to shed the light on some of the issues that I actually noticed in our modern society about friendships. And since I am in high school, it is from the perspective of a high schooler. Just a disclaimer, I'm not really just saying that I figured out any of this. Honestly, when I captured and filmed those videos, I was really feeling very alone and frustrated with people, and I didn't really know what to do with that frustration because I really felt like not many people resonated with that. And I am still really like trying to figure out my social situation because although I really do enjoy my own company on my own, but I really think that it is a need in us to be able to connect with others and do all of that. So you cannot really just live without friends. And it is really such a very, very good thing to actually have friends. But I really think that if you have the wrong ones, it can complicate your life so much. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you to the video. I said a lot of things, but I just wanna clarify right here that I didn't really figure out any of this, and I'm really just trying to build up my support system and inner circle, but I still really got a lot of work to do. Meanwhile, this is what I think about all of this. And this is not gonna be my final video. I'm really sure that I'm gonna make so many more videos to follow up about friendships and all of this. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be a journey. Enjoy. The very first thing I really would love to examine, which are friendships in high school. Honestly, many times I just really sit back and observe, as Nicki Minaj said, and I really just see all of these like friendships in high school, and I realize the pattern. So many people, whether they are in group friendships or one-on-one friendships, but it actually occurs more in group friendships. I actually like observe their interactions. I'm not really stalking them, but sometimes I really just see them, and you can see clearly about how they don't really connect to each other, or like they don't really vibe to each other. But I realize about how so many people just like be friends with other people, or like spend so much time with other people, not because they truly connect with, or because they really think that they are they're gonna be staying friends forever, or like a lifetime friends. They're just doing that many times because it's either they want to kill time, or basically they really just would love like to vent out about something or distract themselves from studying, and they really just need this space to kind of like dump out energy. But like of course it's consensual because everyone in this group is just kind of like agreeing to this social contract, kind of like inexplicitly. And I was really just thinking about like how friendship is normally not supposed to be this, because for me I really like have very different views on friendship. I really think that friendship is really like this bond that you have with another person, where you just kind of like spend quality time together, where you really like share your views about the world, where you just really get and enjoy life together. But in this definition of other people in high school of friendships, it just sounds completely different. And just really like time that you spend with other people just simply because they are around you or because they are nearby. Like I've just seen so many friendships in high school where like people are really just stuck into these friendships because simply they are afraid of being lonely. Like they really just go and stuck up around people simply because they are afraid of being seen alone. Like this is something that actually got to me a little bit as well at times, when like the whole caring about people thing intensifies. And I really hate it about myself, but I really think that this all stems from people deep fear of being alone. I don't really know if this is something that stems from people's instinct, because like how before, humans really just needed to stack up together, because if you are out of the tribe, then you're gonna be killed. But we don't really need this in our modern society anymore. And it's interesting about how this follows up into modern society. So basically, the very first point that I really wanted to raise over here, I guess, is that like how so many people really just get into friendships that they are not really quite satisfied of into high school, and they really just stuck up into these friend groups or one-on-one friendships they don't really feel like quite satisfied in, but they really just still stay there because they are afraid of being alone. And this really got me thinking about how much we really just need to appreciate our time alone so much. I used to be one of these people as well that literally just feared being alone, and I really just saw this as like I got so uncomfortable and just so anxious of being alone, as if I was really just doing something wrong. And I really think that we need to normalize more being alone on your own and enjoying this and really having so much fun on your own. And yeah, so if you are in high school and you really feel probably like alone, or you probably really just start to feel guilty because you don't really feel like as sociable as other people, and you really just start to look up to these popular kids, and you really feel like, damn, like I'm not really making as much socialization or like as many friends as them. I really want you to remember that most probably these people are just not really making real friendships, and they're really just making like high school friendships, and that's it. Like many times these friendships are not gonna be lasting after high school, or if it is like a classmate relationship, when the summer comes over, just really see their conversations and probably they don't really talk. I'm not really trying to refer here to like all friendships. I'm really just saying like I don't know, like all the popular people in high school, although like I don't know why this even matters, like to be popular in high school. But anyways, I want you to know like not all of these friendships are this way, like the way that I talked about, like toxic. I know that there are so many people that really just get to make real connections into high school, but the general phenomenon is that there are so many toxic and unreal friendships. And when you really think about it, it does really make sense, because you are in this transition into high school. So many people do not know themselves, they do not really know what they want. And so they really just go and get into these friendships that really just sound right in society, if that makes sense. Like they really just go and stick up to the popular people, because that is what these are like the people that are the most sociable, right? These are the people that are the most acceptable in society. So if someone doesn't really know themselves quite well, they're gonna be like, okay, these are the people that are liked by other people, so why should not I try to strike friendships with them? This sounds like the right thing, which is not really true, honestly, because many times the thing that is very much popularized in society is quite probably the most fucked up thing, actually. So yeah, there's this. So this is the first point that I really wanted to raise. So the second thing I really wanted to touch on, which is emotional availability. So this is something I really just dealt with, to be honest, on my own, and I really got to talk with quite some people that I used to be close friends with, and I really just needed to cut the friendships with, because it was really hurting my mental health so much. And I didn't want to literally just go and be this person that ghosted like people that they really care about like right away. And so I definitely sent them messages, and as weird as it sounds, of like it felt like a breakup of friendship, like I saw it in that way, I guess. And although they were quite understanding, at least from what they said in the text, I really got to discuss with them about like the views on friendship, and I realized that so many people have different views on friendship than I do. Many people actually see friendship as like this non-commitment thing, I guess. Like they really just see friendships as like these people that they really just go and talk to and have interesting conversations with, but they don't really feel like they are committed to you in any shape or form. Like if it really just happens to like have a conversation with them, then this is really cool. Then if it didn't, it didn't. Like they have absolutely no problem not having conversation with you in like 6 months, a year, whatever time it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? If they don't really feel like, like the conditions really just came by and you really just got to meet them like in a natural way, I would say. Natural way means like in a, accidental way, to be honest, because I really do believe that if you do not make time to like talk to the people that you care about and that you love, it's just not gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes by accident, you really just get to meet this person that you actually talked to like 1 year ago, and then there's this whole awkward phase when you really just try to tell them about your whole life in like 5 minutes, and how they really just ask you about how you're doing, and you don't really know what to answer because right now you are doing fine. But in all of this period, there were ups and downs, and you were feeling depressed and suicidal and anxious and all of these emotions, but you don't really feel like it's really important to bring them up right now because it really just seems like they don't really care because they really just didn't talk to you in 1 year, and you feel like in this dilemma about whether you really should be talking to them about all of these things because after all they are their close friends, but at the same time you really feel like you shouldn't be talking about that because basically you are not probably gonna see them ever again. And yeah, welcome to the dilemma of being in friendship with people that are not emotional available. Uh, so yeah, welcome to the dilemma of being with people that are just not emotionally available, I guess. So yeah, so basically, I guess that what I really wanted to say through this is that I think that we really just need to give more importance to emotional availability into relationships, and to understand that when you are stepping into a relationship, just know what you want and try to communicate that with this person. I do not hate on you, and I am really fine with that if you really just see friendship in this way, although like I cannot relate at all, and it's just not my perspective. But if it is this way, please, please, please go and communicate with the people and really just tell them about that from the beginning, because for people like they are like me, you know what I'm saying, investing time and energy into a friendship, and then later on realizing I'm not gonna be really just talking to these people for long, long periods of time, is really just something that he's hurting me, and it really just feels like a waste of time of like, why was I literally just talking to these people in this first place? I, for myself, to be honest, I really would love to have a very specific circle of people that I really just talk to, I really just care about. I am always constantly trying to build up my support system because I really think that these are the people that really matter, I do not care about talking to random people that I do not care about, or they're not gonna stick around. Like I just don't care. Like I don't care about knowing their opinions or their views or anything. You know what I'm saying? I am trying to build up a support system. A relationship where I really just support these people, where they really just support me, where we really like have quality time, where we really like have so many memories. Like I am really just trying to find out lasting friendships. And if these people they're not really trying to find out lasting friendships, and they're really just trying to talk to whoever people and really just have this kind of like thoughts about friendship, I do think that it's so so important to really just communicate that from the beginning so that both people do not really get hurt about it. But yeah, I was really just wanting to talk also about how much emotional availability is just very, very much underrated over here, and how much it is so important to be responsible, because when you are getting into a friendship or relationship, I feel like people really just understand that way better when it comes to relationship. Like if you are in a relationship and you don't really talk to each other in a month, people will be like, oh, okay, like this is really badly serious. But I really feel like the same thing doesn't really apply to friendship. It's like for friends, we really just can go and ghost each other for months and months, and it's really just seen like normalized, which I don't really quite understand. Like why the past gets for relationship and the friendship not? Like why? You know? And so yeah, I really think that we should be like prioritizing emotional availability more, and really just understand it and encompass it into your head that when you are talking to someone that you really feel interested in, and when you really feel like the relationship is really just starting to tie up, and you have like strings attached, it is very, very important to really just go and communicate your thoughts about friendship, whether you're going to be emotionally available or not. Realistically, if you are going through mental health issues, please, please, please try to communicate that, whether you are like able to really just go and give of your time, of your energy, because if you are not, it's just not the vibe. And I really just see like we do this like so much with relationship. Like you really just see many times like when one of the partners or like both partners are really just going through deep mental health issues, many times the relationship really just ends up to be broken off because they cannot really just keep on coming together and having quality time together, and it seemed very, very normalized. And why this is not seen in the same way as friendship as well, like I don't really get it. You probably would think of me as someone that really just take friendship quite seriously, and honestly yes I do, because I have absolutely no reason to like waste my time with someone that I'm just not gonna end up with. Like, why? And I know that friendships are not really supposed to stick around forever, but I really think that it's so important that when you are starting the friendship, both of you are aiming for a lasting friendship, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really important to really just try to minimize the chances of its failure, if that makes sense, you know? And by doing all of these random things, it's just not gonna work, you know? And it's so important to communicate that from the beginning, just like in relationships, so that both parties are on board.